Podcast with a buddy of mine the other day, and it brought up a really key topic, it was just a really key concept that I've been thinking about for the last 2-3 days, and I wanted to share it with you. And I think it really simplifies and breaks down what sets the elite apart. And this is something that I'm fanatical about right now, is just getting better and more consistent at things that I'm really passionate about or really focused on, right? And everyone wants success and everyone wants to be elite, right? But so few actually do. And I've come through many people, and especially in the salesperson business, you just meet hundreds and hundreds of people who say they're gonna do X and who say they want to be X. And it's just so few actually do. And it's, it's really hard to kind of figure out, well, what sets the people apart who actually go do? I'm convinced 95% of people are what I would call dreamers, right? And the concept we talked about on the podcast was there's dreamers and there's doers. And the elite and the successful are doers, right? First, they started out as a dreamer and they continue to dream, but then they go do. They actually execute the hard stuff to actually have the success. And 95% of people are dreamers. They say they're going to do this thing, or they say they want to do this thing, and then they never actually go do the work that gets them the thing, right? And there's a lot of people out there, coaches and reels, for example, who talk about, I know how to do this next best thing, or I know how to coach you and teach you if you pay me. And it really is this interesting concept and I wanted to share it with you, is you're either a dreamer or you're a doer, right? You need to figure out how to move yourself from dreamer to doer. And I would start in small, meaningful ways. Like, hey, I'm gonna wake up at 5 a.m. for the next week, and wake up at 5 a.m. for the next week and do it consistently, and then turn that into 2 weeks and 3 weeks. One of the amazing changes that starts to happen as you see some levels of success is that you start to see that you can be a dreamer and you can think up something and say, I'm gonna do this, and then you actually do it, and you start to see this momentum you build. That's one key tip I wanna give you. Don't be a dreamer like the 95% of people in America who dream up something and then never do it. Be a doer, an executor. And the other key thing is there's so many people that are learning. They're going to YouTube and learning about all this stuff, crypto, financial advice, sales, they're just going and learning a ton of stuff, which is awesome because learning is basically free now. But if you learn a bunch of stuff and then you never execute it, that is a very dangerous proposition that I think a lot of people fall trapped to, especially in today's world. Why don't we just go pick one thing we want to learn and then just go do that better, right? Just get better and better at that one thing. And I promise if you continue to do and execute, you're going to start to see some momentum. I can't tell you the hundreds of people I've met who talk the talk. They say they're going to do a thing and they never really do the thing, or they do the thing like 50%. Don't be that person. This is my key tip and piece of advice from a podcast that I did like 2-3 days ago, and it's just been burning in my mind, that whole concept of doer or dreamer versus doer. That's a big concept.